compared to last time, we were struggling last week. So
it was learning.
yeah. Okay, let's see here.
And Jake, I told Austin I'll be out of town during week 5. I'll email you guys. That's in 2 weeks. But so I won't be a part of the group calls that week.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll forget 2 weeks from now, so that's a good thing.
You'll be gone?
I'll forget.
Oh, you'll forget.
Email us.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. So let's see here.
I thought this case study was boring at first, and then I started getting into it a little bit more towards the end.
I couldn't, period, get into it.
You couldn't get into it at all. Yeah, it was a little rough for me. Just it wasn't as entertaining as the other ones have been.
Yeah.
And I use that lightly because the other ones haven't been too entertaining, but
they've been more entertaining.
Yeah. But let's see here. So was venture capital an attractive industry to enter in 2009?
No.
No, because of the recession.
Yeah, because of the recession and all the startups and everything. That was the hardest time for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like banks loaning out. Wait, because maybe. No, I think it may have been because banks stopped loaning out money, and did venture capital step in and start loaning out money then? Because I know right now, like in the current day we're in, it's really hard to get venture capital money right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious about that. Because initially I would say no, but then I just remembered. I don't know, actually. Sorry.
I don't think it was attractive because there were too many venture capitals out there, industry-wise.
Too many.
But at the same time, I understood why they did it because they did. I mean, I think they saw an opportunity.
Yeah.
For the pools of engineers and designers that they focused on.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I just at one point, I think more no than yes, and the reason being is because I just feel that a lot of people, because of the recession, they were more cautious with money and asking for money. And so I don't think there was a lot of business in 2009 right after the recession than, a couple years later down the road. But at the same time, getting into it early when it is kind of, after that recession, it could be more low cost to do so. Yeah. And then when it starts picking up, then you get going and getting that customer base.
Yeah, that's true. I liked how they went into it wanting to change the industry. How capitals are run, I guess, is an old dinosaur kind of way. Like things always go the same way, and they wanted to go in and totally change it up. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, let's see. So what opportunity did Andreessen and Horowitz see?
I think they saw a great way to help keep the entrepreneurs of Silicon Valley and everywhere else keep going, moving forward. Because is it Andreessen? How do you say that name?
Andreessen.
Let's call him Andy.
Yeah, we'll call him Andy.
Andy. So Andy co-founded Netscape, which I thought was cool, and I'm sure he dealt with raising money or knowing about that then and thought, what a joke a lot of this is, and then wanted to change things, or I don't know. I thought it was, anyway.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool, but.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't I guess their opportunity, and I kind of see this opportunity as with any case study that we do so far, is they just find something different in a specific industry that kind of makes it more accessible for other people. So,
yeah.
Okay, next question. So there's a quote that says, to succeed as a venture capitalist, you have to do three things really: source, pick, and win. What does a traditional venture capital firm do to source, pick, and win?
They have the silver hair monkey, right?
Yeah.
You know, you have to deal with all the stupid middle management stuff until you even get to the person that says yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
Time, energy, and money. Oh, he's gone. It was going good.
Yeah.
But yeah, like all that time, energy, and money when you have to like appeal to all these middle management people, and then you like get to the big dogs and they're like, nope, you know, or don't even know what's going on. I think that's frustrating.
Right.
That's how I envision it goes. But
yeah, I definitely, just like with any business, like with me and my wife, we work at a apartment complex, and we have a management company that manages us, the owners, and so it's just so many people that you have to talk to until you actually get an answer.
So frustrating.
Yeah. So I envision the same thing there as well.
Yeah.
And then as a kind of a next question to that is, how did Andy and Horowitz company, which is 16 Z's value, like do the key success factors? Like, what did they do different?
I thought what they did differently was they said that they marketed their company. You know, they went out to the people that they've loaned money to, or even the people they didn't loan money to, and they were open to the criticism to change or keep stuff going. You know, I thought that's really unusual, you know, to be so open-minded, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and to market, you know, to go against what they knew the whole market of venture capitals. You know, they say, what did they call them? The people that marketed venture capital firms? What was that, a saying? I don't remember. I'll have to look it up real quick. But anyway, like people, like they really looked down on it and they said, we don't care. We're going to do it our way. And they had to be super successful. I thought they totally went against the grain of everything.
Yeah, definitely. I think because a lot of people don't, especially venture capitalists, they don't really market themselves.
No.
Because usually people are coming to them for money, and so the fact that they were marketing, you know, and even here within it, you know, the first paragraph said that they were trying to connect all the Fortune 500 chief marketing officers to where if you need money, if you need anything, then if you know anyone, then contact us. But
yeah, which was awesome.
And even through their marketing, though, they didn't take every deal that was brought to them or that they came up with.
Yeah, they said yes to 80% or something like that.
Is that, I don't know. Yeah, I think that sounds right. But when they didn't take those deals, what I liked about it is they would ask why, or they'd decide why they didn't go with them.
right.
And kind of play out, okay, if we had gone in with them, what would have happened? Or what's the best guess of what would have happened?
Yeah.
Because it later talked about, it takes 10 years to see the investments and the returns, and, so they had to really analyze very deeply which ones were the best ones to take. And by doing so, I mean, they succeeded. They did great.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. If you were a first-time founder of a tech startup series, like seeking a Series A investor, would you find A16Z's value proposition attractive?
Definitely. I mean,
Yeah.
just for even if I received a no from them, they tell you why you received the no. I mean, that's invaluable. You know, if you can take it and redo your presentation or whatever you need to do and go to another venture capital, That's huge.
Yeah, exactly. Like, because a lot of people, I mean, it's kind of like Shark Tank. Like if people goes in front of the Shark Tank, and I don't know if you guys watch the show, but they go asking for money, and if they don't get it, they kind of say, well, your evaluation was off, or this was off, or that. And I feel like that's kind of what this company is doing is, hey, we'll invest in you, but if not, we'll get you the advice needed to get someone eventually.
Yeah.
So.
And what's funny is because they did that, which was a smart move, they still weren't at the top of their market, right?
Right.
Okay.
Well, I think, right? Or they weren't.
They weren't at the top of their market, right?
I don't think they were at the top of the market.
Because they turned down so many, but they accepted the ones that really helped them as well.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see here.
So I think to me that's what would make it unattractive, is it's not the first one I think of.
Yeah.
If it's not at the top.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and their whole thing where if they're 1 minute late, they pay you $10 per minute. I was like, whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, $10 per minute.
That'd be rich.
Yep. Wouldn't we all? Okay, next one. Oh, so they say no 98% of the time.
Oh, 98.
Yeah. That's at least what they said. And he says, we look for strength rather than weakness. It's easy to point out what's wrong with a deal, particularly when we say no 98% of the time.
Mm.
Wow.
But hey, just that 2% probably gives them a good amount.
Well, it says they raised $2.35 billion by 2012.
Yeah.
That's a lot of cash.
Yes, it is. Okay, next question is, should the company seek to double its access under management over the next 2 years? If you support rapid expansion, would you diversify into other sectors as far as life sciences, clean techs, etc., or geographies such as China or New York?
I personally would do sectors. I think it's harder to keep the value of what you have established inside your company at the physical place into another location. I feel like things get very lost and
diluted.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Like go into the different sectors because there's things that are getting developed now that we don't even know about that are ahead of our time, but they're already getting developed. So, it's like they could get onto that now.
Exactly, and they're kind of in the business of finding the new anyways. So I think finding, getting a sector of, breaking up their company to where kind of, I agree. I think they should do sectors in the sense of like they should have a clean tech, going green sector and just energy efficient sector and just different sectors rather than opening up a new place in China or something like that.
What if they had opened in a new place but used different sector techniques in each place? Would it expand as fast?
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Because Go Green would be something different for us than it would be in Europe or China, for instance.
Yeah.
Those sectors might not be as good there. But if we had expanded to a different country and then used whatever sector primarily was the best one for that area, would it still expand as fast, or would it be? I mean, it'd use a lot of revenue and money to produce, but would the return on investment be greater?
Right. Like my thinking with that is, if it were me personally, I would open up the sector and see where the greatest need of it was. So let's say energy, and you go and you open up that sector, and then you realize that a ton of people in Europe are interested in energy. Then when you have that market already, then you go to Europe and you open it up there open up a business there rather than going there just to see if it's going to work or not.
Okay, so go the opposite way. Do
Yeah.
the sectors and then, okay.
Yeah, do the sector, then move, because then you know where the market is.
That's smart. I didn't even think of that.
That was it for those questions. That was a fast one. Let's find out the other case discussions questions that it's wanting us to see. So one of the questions that's asking that we didn't get so far is, what was the competition like in 2009 when A16Z entered the industry?
The competition for venture capital firms?
Yeah, so what kind of competition did this company face when they came into the industry?
I think they faced a big hurdle of being an unknown venture capital firm. I think that's a huge hurdle in itself, trying to get companies to sponsor, to come to you, or startups or whatever. But maybe not. Maybe that's easy. Maybe startups just need money and they don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, venture capitalism has been around forever. So, I mean, like, it's not really getting late in the game because I feel like it's one of those what's the word I'm looking for? It's one of those industries that have been around forever to the point where it's just, who has the newest idea for venture capitalism.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And let's see. How many, put yourself. So let's see. That's pretty much it. Do you guys see any, I don't know if you guys have the questions pulled up, but do you guys see any more questions that we didn't really hit?
I think we covered it all, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much. On the discussion one, it kind of broke down into other questions what we've already talked about. So don't really want to go there. But so all in all, I think, let's see, should they consider doubling their assets under management?
We went over that one.
Yeah. So I think we're good for the week. Anyone else have any comments or anything?
Group.
Nope, another week done.
Another week done. Okay, so I will stop this. I'll send you guys the links, and then you guys can turn them in.
Great. We'll see you guys next Tuesday.
All right, see you next Tuesday, guys. See ya.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.